Welcome aboard the Disneyland Railroad. We're embarking on a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom. We'll be stopping at New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, and Tomorrowland. We'll also visit the Grand Canyon and make a trip back in time to the primeval world and the age of the dinosaurs before returning to Main Street Station. As we begin our journey, remember that for a safe trip, you need to stay seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your children.
Bienvenidos a bordo del Disneyland Railroad. Para su seguridad.
Take a seat, folks. Remain seated. Please sit down. Thank you.
Del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
Our first stop is New Orleans Square Station. But to get there, we need to pass through the wilds of Adventureland. It may seem peaceful through here, but trust me, it's a real jungle out there. Literally. So be on the lookout. You just never know what might be lurking along the rails. Just ahead is New Orleans Square. This station also serves Frontierland and Bayou Country.
Welcome to New Orleans Square Station. Please remain fully seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. This is a great stop for Tiana's Bayou Adventure, the World Famous Jungle Cruise, Indiana Jones, Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion, and once again our closest stop for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Once again, everyone needs to remain fully seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. If you're staying on board, our next stop is Mickey's Toontown Depot, your gateway for Fantasyland.
Bayou Country, you can join Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, Louis the Alligator, and other beloved critters on their fun-filled adventures. As we steam past Hungry Bear Barbecue Jamboree, we're now joining up with the rivers of America and entering the frontier as it looked more than a century and a half ago. This is my favorite part of the journey. Around every bend, there's natural beauty as far as the eye can see.
Make sure everybody is staying fully seated, folks, especially children. Make sure all children remain fully seated while the train is in motion. Once again, make sure all children remain fully seated while the train is in motion.
There is the revered Indian shaman sharing his stories with those in the Great River Valley below. People like you have been riding these rails since the 1800s, traveling through nature's wonderland in a matter of days, rather than the months it used to take by mule or stagecoach. Steam power not only fueled these iron horses, but the dreams of a whole new generation as it moved west into this great frontier. Of course, some of those dreams, and the stories that went with them, were pretty darn wild and downright unbelievable, like on Big Thunder Mountain, where I hear that mysterious spirits have grabbed hold of those mining trains and turned them into the wildest ride in the wilderness. signals our transition from the frontier to another kind of ear, the ones you'll find on Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Our next stop is Toontown Depot, official train station for Mickey's Toontown, a cartoon home where Mickey, Minnie, and all their friends live. Toontown Depot is also the gateway to Fantasyland, where you'll find many of your favorite Disney animated characters and stories. If you're leaving us here, please wait.
Welcome to Mickey's Toontown Depot, your gateway for Fantasyland. Please remain fully seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. This is a great stop for the Matterhorn bobsleds. It's a small world holiday, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and many more. Once again, folks, please remain fully seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. If you're staying on board, our next stop is in the future at the Tomorrowland station. Thank you for riding with us today, and enjoy the rest of your day here at the Disneyland Resort.
Your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. And please watch your kids.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Y bienvenidos a bordo. Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Gracias.
As we leave Toontown Depot, we get a real nice view of the happiest land of them all, Fantasyland. You can see people stepping onto It's a Small World just below us. And, off in the distance, majestic Matterhorn Mountain.
It's a small world.
We're now steaming forward into the future to a land inspired by visions of tomorrow, both practical and imagined. Here you'll find rocket ships and star speeders, submarines and astroblasters, and if you look overhead, maybe a glimpse of a Mark 7 monorail. This is the latest version of the first daily operating monorail system in the entire Western Hemisphere, gliding above Disneyland since 1959. Below the monorail, and us, are the fun-filled roadways of the automobiles. Drivers of all ages can get behind the wheel of these cars. No experience or license required. If you're into soaring spaceships or doing battle with evil empires and emperors, Tomorrowland is definitely the place for you. Speaking of which, we're pulling into Tomorrowland Station right now. If you're leaving us here, just stay seated until we come to a full stop. Gather your belongings, including lightsabers and astroblasters, and step carefully from the train. Thanks, and have fun in the future. For the rest of you, just sit tight. We'll be on our way again in just a minute.
Welcome to the future of the Tomorrowland station. Please remain fully seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. This is a great stop for Buzz Lightyear's Action Blaster, Space Mountain, the Disneyland monorail, taking to downtown Disney, and many more. Once again, folks, remain fully seated until the train comes to a full and complete stop. For those of you staying on board, our next stop is the front of the park at Main Street.
To those who have just come aboard, welcome. The next leg of our journey will take us from the fantastic world of the future to the breathtaking beauty of nature's own design, the Grand Canyon. For your safety, stay seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the train. Watch your children and no flash photography.
Para su seguridad, permanezca sentado y mantenga las manos, brazos, pies y piernas dentro del tren. Y cuide a los pequeños. Por favor, no tome fotografías con flash.
Thank you.
That was the Grand Canyon as we know it today. But it wasn't always this way. Now, let's travel back in time, way back in time, to the fantastic past of the primeval world, land of the dinosaurs.
This is a great stop for the front entrance of the park and all of Main Street. As a reminder of this station, there is no ramps and no elevators, just stairs, so we recommend keeping your shoulders folded to the bottom of the steps. Once again, folks, please remain fully seated till the train comes to a full and complete stop. If you're staying on with us, our next stop is New Orleans Square Station. Thank you for riding with us today. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at the Disneyland Resort.